Hey everybody, this is a course vlog from the Links of Victoria, a full 18 every single shot course vlog. Mike and I are playing out here. Mike is almost a professional. He's still playing amateur events, but he's about to turn pro. He just played in Q school, so the first stage, which is really I think what they call the pre-qualifying stage, and then there's stage 1 and stage 2. They've made Q school all three tours, I guess. Latino America tour, Canadian tour, and Corn Ferry tour, all one Q school. So he had to pre-qualify into that, and he did. So he qualified, and now he's going to be going to what they call the first stage, so which will be either in Mississippi or here in California. So we're playing golf as Mike is preparing for that, and Mike said, hey, let's he wants kind of a better look at his game, so he said let's film every single shot. So filming every single shot of my game and Mike's game. This first hole is a par 5, 511 yards, but all these yardages I'll be giving to you, we're playing anywhere from 5 to like 15 yards back of those, because Mike likes to play like as far back as the tee box will go. So this is 6,800 yards, slope of 123. And you also see that this course that we're playing today is it's rated as like one of the worst conditioned courses in America. It has some problems, but the greens are really good, and the greens are really good, and
I played with
you
him
just
the other day.
kind of
with,
deal with it.
Skylinks with Brian
It's not
Europe.
that bad.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I hit my drive down
That
the
was the
right
first time I played
center.
with
This
him.
would be like slightly into the right rough.
Not really.
I have about 200 and what do I have? I have like 245 yards or something to go. And I hit this one well, but I just came up just short of the bunker. I didn't I kind of hit down a little bit too much. Cool little Mad Max vehicle they have here. Mike just nuked his drive. So right now he's putting well, he's chipping well, and he's driving really well. So the only thing he says he wants to get into a little bit better order are his long irons, so which would be like iron shots a little longer than this. So he hits that perfectly pin high, a little left, and he'll have that for eagle. And this is Mike's eagle putt. So I chipped onto the green. That was the only shot I actually missed filming this entire day. I chipped onto the green. I have like, I don't know, 12 feet away or so. But this is Mike's putt for eagle. And Mike and I were experimenting as well with doing some different angles and stuff. So this is me standing really far away at a 3x on the camera.
Eagle.
So that was great. So
Ram it.
you can get a good look at that putter that Mike's using. This is my new putter that I've been using, the John Ortega, that I got from John Ortega. It used to be Jill McGill's putter, actually, who plays on the LPGA Tour. And that was not the best stroke at all. But it's par for me and an eagle for Mike, so Mike's 2 under par. Go to the second hole, which is 405 yards. So the blue thing there, so it's like 410 or something, 411. So this is a dogleg left. You want to aim basically, if you can kind of see the IKEA sign there, you want to aim a little left of the IKEA sign. The longer you are, the more left you can go. So I basically want to hit it at the IKEA sign, and Mike wants to hit it pretty well left of that. All right, so Mike hit it perfectly in the fairway with a little fade there, and I am going for the same kind of shape, and I hit mine perfectly in the fairway. Recently, I've been scoring really well, but hitting the driver like kind of poorly, but somehow scoring better. So the driver, after I injured my arm, and I'm starting to come back a little bit. I've been striking the ball much better, but my distance still hasn't come back yet. So that's a wedge. That was from, I think, 105 yards. And this is Mike from, I don't know, 70 yards maybe. Mike is just, he's put on a lot of weight as far as like a lot of muscle mass, and he's just really hitting the ball far right now. Great wedge shot there. Okay, so here's Mike marking his ball, and I'm wondering why I filmed this shot. Oh, just to see how far away it was. Right, so there's the club. Like I said, this is what I was trying to, so remember that This is the same length as the putt Mike made for eagle. So I was trying to think like, okay, what looks more impressive? 3x, where you're zoomed in like Hitchcock style from far away, like depth of field, or that putt. So that's a birdie. Kerplunk. That's a birdie for Mike.
Birdie.
But if you look back at that one that Mike had for eagle on the last hole, it was actually the same distance. But if you go up close and you do the 0.5, like the fisheye lens, you can see it makes the putts look like really, really far away. So, all right, so that's a par for me, birdie for Mike. So Mike's now 3 under. I'm gonna write that down so I can keep track here. -2, -1 for Mike, even for me. Okay, this is a par 4, 305 yards. It's into the wind a little bit here. Yeah, you can really see the ball well there. That was really well balanced, better balanced than normal there on the driver. And it came out nice. All right, if you see that black glove I'm wearing, this is part of a top secret thing that I'm working on with my friend Wayne that I was doing before the round. And I guess I'll have to let Wayne decide when he's ready for the world to see this. But it's this new thing that I'm working on. I'll show you guys soon. So I hit a great drive down the middle. I'll be like 25, 30 yards short of the flag or of the green. Mike just probably is now too long for this hole for driver. Because he hit it, if you see that like willow tree to the left, Mike hit it in that tree, like past the green in that tree. That was a really good impact. Pulled it just a little, which makes it go a little further. All right, here's Mike in the wilderness. He just has to chop it out.
Oh, it's on the green.
And he actually got it on. So the one thing I can say about playing here all the time, and there'll be like a ton of comments anytime we play here, and people will be like, man, this course is so terrible. Why do you play here? Some people that play here a lot, you go and play like a normal Muni or something like that, and it's like you're playing Augusta National. Like, there are no lies that bother you once you play here a lot.
Knock it in.
And if like there's lots of animal holes and other like serious problems in the fairway, so you bump it around a little bit to make sure that it's at least above ground. But other than that, it's pretty much playing it down. Great stroke there. Much better than what I did on the first hole. If you look at the stroke between the first hole and the third hole, huge difference. So, okay, Be Better Golf is going to be doing some things with Whitley's Peanuts. And here are some of the flavors that they have. So these are the candied ones. So obviously the salted original Virginia peanuts. Barbecue. Those are Jack's favorite. These are my favorite, the salt and pepper. And then in here, honey roasted, country dill pickle, smoked habanero, hot jalapeno ranch, salt and vinegar. They also have basically a crab seasoning one. This is it. If you go to the link in below or whatever, you can get 15% discount off of anything on their website. Makes a great gift, awesome snack, grab and go kind of thing for the golf course. And you're helping out the channel. All right, this is a 420-yard par 4. Mike hit it really well. There's a fairway bunker, so he's trying to fade it off the fairway bunker. He doesn't hit driver here because of that. That's exactly what I'm messing with. I'm like, why are you even hitting? Why don't you just bomb it? I'm always interested to hear, like, with pros and really good players, like, I don't even understand why they hit 3-wood. 3-wood's, like, hard to hit. But I guess it's just they hit 3-wood when driver's going to get them in problems. All right, good one down the middle. You can see holding on just a little bit, but right down the middle. Acceptable there.
145.
Okay, so Mike has 145 yards to go. This means he hit this about 320. And that, oh, no, he didn't. Sorry, bad math. He hit 3-wood. All right, he came up just a little bit short and right.
Yeah, I'd say that.
So I got 140. I think I have a choked up or an easy 9-iron that I'm going to try to hit here. and I thinned it, but it's thin to win. It's actually going to turn out great. Okay, so there's my ball on the left. Here's Mike putting for birdie from about, I don't know, what would you call that? 18 feet away, something like that. So he's using this Scotty Cameron kind of fang style putter, mallet. And Mike used to flip-flop between left-hand low and regular, and right now he's doing regular, and he's been putting well. So what I want you guys to watch is watch this the pace that he hits these short putts in. It's like, that is crazy fast for me. But I've noticed that with like players that you have to be, if you want to hit it in the hole at that speed on the short putts, you have to be practicing your start line like a ton. It's good because it takes the breakout, but you have to be like 100% solid and knowing that you're going to hit it straight. So Mike remains at 3 under, and I'm still 1 under. So this is 153 yards. It's actually shorter because it's a red stick. So I think it's like 144 or 146, something like that. Mike hits it just pin high right. It landed on the fringe and then kicked down just barely on the green, but it didn't roll anywhere from there. Okay, this is my Scott Goff iron. So this is a 9 iron from 145 yards. So for me, I have to hit this. Yeah, I have to put a little speed into that one. Hit it really well, and it's actually drawing at it, so I like it a lot. So posing on that just a bit. All right, so there I am, pin high. I don't know what that is about. It's hot. 5 steps away. Mike's a little hot. And he'll have that remaining for his par. You can mark it or finish it, whatever you want. Again, Mike just slamming those in super confidently.
Just feel it with your feet, how it feels. Like also setting up to it, just kind of thing.
All right.
Like if you feel
there,
like
I'm trying to read this with my feet a little bit to see how this is actually, you can't tell, but this is sloped right to left quite a bit. The only way you can tell really on this 2D camera is because remember how fast Mike's putt was from that angle? So I'm hanging it out to the right, and that was really good. Good caddy there. And recently I have been saying that like I've been hitting the ball okay, but I've been like a really bad caddy for myself. So having Mike playing with me and kind of talking me through some shots was helping me a lot, especially early on in the round. All right, Mike hit a great drive down the center. This is a par 5, 570 yards from back here. So Mike just piped it down the middle, and there's no grass in the very middle of this fairway. So if you can hit it like 290 carry or something, you'll hit an area where there's no grass, and then it'll run. But if you can't get it, see well out there, that's actually probably about 300 carry to there. So I hit a great drive, and then I had a good drive. It wasn't that long, but I hit a great 3-wood shot because I was in my mind actually there. For some reason, I was worried about snap hooking that. But I stayed ahead of it, and I hit it really well. Mike blocked this out, pin high, but way to the right. So he's going to have a tricky up and down. I don't think. There you go. You could just barely see it. This is going to be in 4K. So didn't turn the HDR mode on for YouTube, but because it takes like 2 hours. It takes like literally 24 hours to export like a 30-minute video that's HDR into, or to import it into YouTube. All right, so there's my wedge shot is there. Here's Mike pitching up for, this will be an eagle if it goes in. It doesn't go in, but we'll have that remaining for birdie. Sorry about the noise there. All right, so here I am for birdie. Good stroke, but I mean, just weak, just wimpy. So I remain 2 under par, and here is Mike for his birdie to get to 4 under. Harsh lip out on the low side. Mike remains 3 under, and let's go to the 437 yard par 4. This is the number 1 handicap hole in the course, just because it's long. It's just a par 4, and then there's some fairway bunkers. So, and there's And see, the tee boxes, that tee box would hold up at almost any course. That's a good tee box. And the greens are good. So you can do a lot of really, really good work here. And nobody ever plays here. It's empty all the time. So there's some big benefits to it. But honestly, this course, I'm not great at course management, like golf course management. But this course probably needs about like $2 million. And even if it had that, it would still have issues because there's some underlying, like literally underlying issues about this golf course.
Yeah, 122.
To get it back. So, and I don't know how much longer it'll even be here. All right, I hit a good drive. I hit a good iron shot up there about pin high. You can't see it right there. And Mike hits it dead on line, but just comes up a little bit short. Okay, I forgot. I hit a little thin shot.
I think like right
it wasn't
out
pin
here.
high. It was way short, and I
It'll
think I
push
have
up
like
right, and then so maybe you're pretty much right at it. Just maybe like a cup right, just because I think it's gonna push right pretty heavy early, as it comes up the slope, and then eventually it'll break this way at the end. I like right here.
All right, that's what I really liked about Mike walking me through that. I forgot, I came up well short. This is like 66 feet, but I've been really engaged on these long lag putts in a way that sometimes you can lose your focus or whatever. So that was great speed. Just, it didn't, I don't know if I pushed it a little bit or if I should have read it on the other side, I'm not sure. That tee is where I am. Here's Mike for birdie. So I'll have that remaining for par. So we're gonna stick with Mike and see how he does here. So you see he's been banging these in, so let's see. Oh, nice. All right, so Mike makes his par. And this is my putt for par, a little downhill. That was great. Kept it on the high side. Really good. So I remain 2 under par. Mike is 3 under. So I'm having a good round. So I'm trying to keep it together. All right, 191, back where we are, I think it's actually 205 from how, it's 202 or something like that from where we are. But it's a red pin, I'm trying to think. Oh, okay, I think it was like playing 202, but it was like actually like 194, something like that. This is going to be a hard 5-iron that I'm trying to land just short of the green and have it kick on. Mike hit a really good shot. He like hit it right next to the hole and then skipped up. That was great. I hit it perfectly on the line that I wanted. See, the divot came out really good. I think I was telling it to go in the hole. It was a little short.
Yeah.
Give it the little Webb Simpson finish, but that's normal whenever I feel like it's going to go a little right. Try to save it.
That thing helped you. It gave you a little thing to aim for.
Kerplunk. Yeah, Mike was complaining about that.
That feels good, right? Because you've been stalled out on par, so that's, you got off to that hot start.
Mike goes to 4
I know,
under.
right?
This is the second day in a row that Mike and I played. The day before, Mike had shot 8 under on 64.
It looks really straight.
here.
It might try to barely move right at the
So
end.
he's starting.
'cause
This
mine
is
kept
what Mike
trying to
was
break,
doing about
but
like a year and
I
a
think
half
yours
ago.
is going to be like sneaky straight.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I like that, or just inside the left edge there.
Okay, so about
I think if anything, it's got it.
a year and a half
Yeah.
ago or 2 years ago,
I
when
like
Mike
that.
and I were coaching at California Marymount University. So Mike was the
It's
head
gotta
coach
go
and I was
right.
his assistant before they closed the school down. Mike was playing like insanely good.
Yeah. you just
Then
gotta
he
get
was
it here.
playing like Trump National a couple times a week and playing out here as well. And he was shooting like ridiculous scores, and he's starting to get back to that level of scoring, but like in a better way because he's longer now, and he is he's putting better now actually than he was then. So he's actually probably playing the best golf of his life right now, which is a good sign for him. Going into Q school and everything. Okay, so we both parred that. Mike's now 4 under par. I'm 2 under. And we're going into the 9th hole, 412 yards from here. And Mike hit it right down the middle. Probably his best drive of the day. He said finally after he hit that one, even though he's had a lot of good drives. All right, so you can see like it's going a little left, and I'm kind of, that was a little slid and
You're
holding
going
onto the
hard,
face.
though. Make you kind of push it if you get through it, but if you stall, it'll make you go left. So I like you like kind of just aiming right at it, but going aggressive through the ball. There you go. I like that.
All right, so this is a 9-iron that I'm trying to hit, and this has been my miss with about like the pitching wedge, the 9 or the 8, like the shortish irons. I've been hitting it solid, but like blocking out to left, because with the wedges I pull it, and then I kind of put the same wedge swing on those, but it blocks. So it's just like I'm not really confident enough to release the face the way I should. All right, so I ran all the way up here to film Mike coming in because I thought he was gonna like stuff it. So I told him, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I ran all the way up there to see you hit it to like a foot, and you hit it to
As
like
long as you're long as the
16
marker,
feet.
it'll give it a chance.
But Mike has a birdie putt. Okay, so I'm chipping. This is not the best lie. It's sitting up, but it's like that grass there is very thick, and I was a little too wristy, and I didn't get the height or distance on that I wanted. So I'll come up a little short. I'll have that remaining for par. Here's Mike for his birdie. So this would be 5 under on the front if he makes this. And we're just going to take it all the way through. We're just going to do this entire round on this one video.
Oh no. Hit that ball mark.
Yeah.
He actually would have made it, but he didn't. So Mike shoots
I think it's
32 on the front.
Huh? Yeah. He's
4
got
under.
It starts
Playing
tomorrow.
really
for
well.
him.
This is me to shoot. If I
Brunswick,
make this, I'll
Georgia.
shoot 34.
Yeah. I think it's, if anything, inside the right edge, but I think it's really straight. Yeah. I'd go like right center, if anything.
So for me, like, I just made a book. If you go into the description of this video, I'll make sure I
just
put it.
was not sure.
I just wrote a book about putting called Elite Putting, which I wrote with Phil Reed. And
Yeah,
the main
great
thing I learned when researching this book and interviewing so many different people about putting is that more than anything, you make your putts not so much with just your stroke. Like, your stroke is only about maybe like 30% of it. It's really, you're really making or missing your putts with your routine and your process. So that's what I was really sharp with that on that one. And I made that one with my process just as much as with the actual stroke or the strike itself. So go to the link in the description, really support the channel. If you touch on Elite Putting, the Amazon book, you can get it on Kindle or you can get a physical copy of it on Be Better Golf Press. Something
Love
that
it.
we're going to be doing more of
Start.
with instructors and stuff, partnering with them. Okay, so I hit it to the right in this bunker. This is a 520-yard par 5. So I'm going to hit my hybrid. This is my favorite club, out of the bunker here. Hit it good, but you can see I hit the outside of the ball a little bit there. So I'm to the left of the green, and here's Mike for his second shot after just nuking it down the middle.
Hold it. Left side of the green.
But he'll be putting
There you go.
for eagle. So this is me. I came up basically, I actually was basically straight.
Go.
Got a really good strike on that from a like nasty lie.
Good motion.
That was good motion. And Mike helped me out with that one too, because the lie was bad. He was saying, because he plays out here all the time. Oh no, he's not putting. He was chipping. All right, so Mike's gonna have
Very good.
that remaining for birdie. So Mike was helping me with that. He was saying the worse the lie is, the less loft you want to use to ensure like a better contact on the face. So here I am for birdie, so that's a par. And it was helping me too, because a lot of times out here I was hitting like flubs or, you know, a little thin on those short game shots. So just use a little less loft and just make it a little easier on yourself as you try to improve on those other ones. Okay, so Mike makes a par there, and I make a par as well. Mike stays 4 under, and I'm 2 under. Okay, so this is a short par 4, 347 yards. I have 3 wood. So it's dogleg to the right a little bit. If you go dead straight at where that kind of bushy tree is to the left of my head there, the taller one, that is fairway bunkers there. But I accelerated through the ball nicely, and I think I'll be in a good spot. All right, and then Mike is going to use, Mike usually uses iron here. Yeah, he's got an iron here. I think he's got like this 2-iron driving iron thing that he uses. Actually, I think it's a 3-iron. Mike hit a poor shot into the right bunker. He flared it out to the right. So now he's in the fairway bunker. I think he's got like 110 or something like that. But
I like it a lot. Good
really
tempo.
stayed stable in the legs and hit a great shot right onto the green.
Did he get there?
Yeah.
All right, 110. This is a 135 club, so maybe like armpit to armpit.
Yeah, still aggressive.
Okay, same thing. So this is 110, but I'm
There you
using the 135 club because the lie is not good. So I'm using a little less loft and a little less speed.
Go, go.
And that worked out pretty good. Came up just short, so I have this remaining for birdie. So you can see the greens, the greens are solid. I mean, they're probably like, they're not that slow. That was uphill, but they're not that slow either. They're probably like, I don't know, almost 10s. And then, fairly consistent. So, all right, so that's a par. And Mike has this for birdie coming way down the hill. He'll make that comebacker for par, and he remains at 4 under. Okay, so this is a par 4, 395 yards. There's no grass anywhere on this fairway. From the tee box all the way to the green, there's no grass. So if you can hit it kind of low, you can really run it up there. It's kind of fun, almost as like a design feature. So the shape of shot that you have to hit here, and the wind is helping. So the fan's on. So you got to decide: do you want to hit it low and take advantage of the rollout to get this kind of low landing angle and get it to roll a lot, or do you want to hit it up in the air and have the wind carry it? So Mike and I both hit good drives there. So this is me right down the middle. Same thing here. So I've got a little
Just like that.
less loft than I would hit. So I think this is 100 yards, and that's my 50 degree. So I'm just trying to tempo it out.
Come on. Great shot.
All right, so I hit it to like 1.5 feet. That was really good. And if I had done what I would have normally done, which is hit the 54 hard, off of that lie, I probably would have done pretty poorly. So that was Mike's worst shot of the day. And because he only probably had, 55 yards or something like that, and just hit it a little fat, which you can't do on that lie. So here I am for birdie. And I made it. And there it is. And then here is Mike, and he makes his par. So now I am 3 under, and Mike is 4 under. So I'm starting to feel a little bit of butterflies here, a little bit. Not really, actually, because it's still pretty early. Okay, so this is usually a pretty tough hole. It's 425 yards from back here. Mike goes back as far as you can. So up where the blue, no, we're 420. So Mike hits a good drive, and you want to be really over that bush there. So that was a little bit too far left. It makes it just a little longer. So this is going to be pretty far in here because I did not hit it over to the right, especially when there's no grass over to the right, so you can roll it more.
Go, go, go.
That was a little too lazy.
Yep. So I really wanted to ensure good contact there, so I just really didn't put much swing into that at all. So I'm going to have a monster lag putt going up the hill, like a really far, maybe 68 feet or something like that. Mike with just a great tempo on that shot. Hits it on, he probably missed that by about 6 steps and then zipped back even further. So that was not out of the top shelf for Mike. So he's got this for his birdie, and so he'll have that remaining for par. I'm all the way down by the front. I'm actually even further away than Mike is, much further than Mike is. But Mike gave me a good read on this putt. So I've been like engaging on these really long lag putts and actually been having fun hitting them, rather than like being so mad that you're far away from the hole. I've strokes gained wise, like I know that if
Really
I
good
two putt
pace.
this, like I'm gonna gain strokes on anybody in the world if you two putt from outside of 33 feet. Like one of the things that I figured out when I was writing that book through like some of the PGA Tour stats, like 3-putt avoidance. So it's just exciting for me to two putt from really far away, if that makes sense. Even if the rest of the hole's been bad, finishing off with a two putt here.
Yeah.
Okay, so trying to read the break here. It is slightly downhill. You can see my stance is pretty far open. I always like to err on the open side, but I made a par. Mike saved his par. So it's Mike at -4. I'm at -3 still. Coming up onto the par 4 100 and what color flag is that? Yep, 180 yard par 3. This is a 6-iron. So there's something in my mind with my clubs, my Skakov clubs, where I am swinging the 6-iron. Like I can hit good draws all the way up to the 6.
Kick left.
And then after this, so that was a great draw.
Good
That was a
shot.
really good shot. That's probably my best iron shot of the day. So I can hit a great draw iron shots there. But then once I get the 5 and the 4, I start like I don't have confidence with the draw anymore, and I start trying to hit this slap across fade. So you're going to see that's going to come back to bite me in the future. Here, Mike lips out, but he'll tap in here and make a par, remaining at -4. Here I am for birdie. This is just like the putt I made on the other par 3 for birdie. I was feeling pretty good about it. Didn't have to hit it hard. Just hard to believe it didn't snap more than that. So I'll have that remaining for par. And these ones sometimes I'm a little brain dead over, so you got to actually stick with your routine and not rush it. The number one reason people miss short putts is they want to get it over with, because when you're nervous, you just want to get it over with. So actually kind of enjoy the moment there a little bit. So Mike made a 3, I made a 3. Going into, so now is the first time that I'm actually starting to feel nervous, because this is a part, because I'm thinking if I birdie this hole like I should, because it's short par 5, 511 yards. If I birdie this hole, I'll be 4 under, and then I could shoot 68. So I'm actually really starting to think it. Somehow I hit one of my best drives of the day, and got a good roll and stuff, and actually I outdrove Mike on that drive, which is, especially recently, Mike is insanely long now that he's put on a lot of muscle, and I'm not long at all right now, because I'm recovering from my arm and stuff like that. So I was happy with that. And you can see like beautiful fairway here, 185 yards or 190. So this is what I was talking about. This is the 5-iron, and this is me trying to hit a draw with the 5-iron. And I just totally quit on it. It's a mental issue. So I hit it into the bunker. And if you want to do anything here, avoid the bunkers. The bunkers are not maintained. They're like just hard packed dirt. And I have heard people say, like in Australia and in Scotland, that bunkers really should not be raked. They should be raked once a day in the morning and then left alone. And then everybody should just smooth it out with their feet, like to make it more of a penalty.
Yeah, there you go.
But these are ridiculous. So Mike is just trying to teach me kind of on the fly how to hit this shot, because he hits these like consistently, like to a foot. But it's like hard packed, rained in dirt. So hit it way too hard with too much loft. Sorry, with too little loft. So I flew it over the green. So I've got to get a difficult up and down to make par. Here's Mike for his 3rd shot. So he needs to get this up and down to make a birdie. I really love Mike's chipping action. Really brisk and like simple. Nothing extra. Like you would never look at Mike chipping and think afterwards, oh, like he got too fancy with that. Like it's always really brisk and simple and like exactly what's needed. I'm a little soupy and sloppy. That though was my 4th shot, and that was pretty good. So I have this remaining for my par, and I am just doing everything I can to make this, because there's some tough holes coming up. And so I was super, super excited to make that putt. Mike said great birdie, but it was actually a par. Mike, 4 birdie. Hitting those in with great speed, and they're going right in the dead center. So Mike's 5 under, and I'm 3 under right now. Going to 200, and it's in the back. So this is like 220 yards, par 4. So I'm 216, par 4. Mike hit a really solid shot. So after like the Q School pre-qual that he made it through. He was happy with his chipping, his putting, and his driver, and really miserably upset with his long irons. But he's hitting them well now, and that I just totally fatted that shot. Again, that was a 4 iron that I was trying to hit a draw. So it's the thing I have to work with is my draw shots with 5 and 4 are poor, and right now I shouldn't even be attempting that shot right now, but I wanted to try. So that's my second shot, and I'll have that remaining for my par. And that it was a little bit more uphill, and I have way too much. And I have that for my
It's a little firm through the first half.
par putt, and this remaining for par.
There you go.
So that's a bogey for me, a 4 and a bogey for me. This is Mike 4 birdie to go to 6 under.
Birdie.
What a guy. 6 under for Mike, 4 under on the front, and then back-to-back birdies here. A lot of pars. All right, here is Mike for his tee shot on the 17th hole, 432 yards. And everything on the left is OB. So this is a very nerve-wracking shot for me. It's one of those ones where when you know you have trouble left, you have to swing more left. And that was technically...
That was my best drive of the day.
Yeah, best drive of the day. Best looking drive of the day. But, like, I hit other shots further than that and just as straight. Like, I think one of my drives was better than that. But with trouble on the left, that was really good. That was a terrible shot there, though. Backed it up with a terrible shot there. 9 iron that I just blocked out short right of the green. I mean, just awful. I'm throwing up all over myself. I don't know why I'm so nervous, but the things that go through your mind is like, oh, I'm filming this entire round. I'm going to put it up, and I want it to be legit. And so I just did something that I never would have done on the range, and then hit a really poor chip there. Just landed it in the wrong spot. Trying to get good contact on it and just juiced it to there. So I'll have that remaining for my par. I'm 2 under right now. This is Mike for 7 under. No.
Good putt.
Really, really good putt, though. Really, really good speed, I should say. All right, and this is me for par.
Wow. What a guy.
So I was doing that thing like that Dr. Izzy Justice did there. I'm still using practice swings, but I'm trying to look at the hole more often and make up my mind about the line a little faster. So that one, I walked up to it and I saw the line right away. I'm like, okay, well, if you see the line, then let's just like execute it. You don't have to like go through everything hemming and hawing, like making sure that you really see it. You know, just go up and hit it, and I did, and it was great. It felt great to make that par. All right, the fan is on here, so Mike and I are swinging basically as hard as we possibly can because it's a pretty open fairway, and you can't see, but it's really blowing downwind. So I hit that.
There you go. It's a good wedge, too.
This is 455 yard par 4, so I have a pitching wedge here, so I hit it really good. And good balance here. Tugged it just a little bit, but I'll be on the green.
Perfect number.
Yeah, it's clean back too.
Yeah.
And here's Mike. I don't know what Mike has here. That's a wedge. It's, I think, a 54-degree wedge. He just nuked it. I think he hit it like 350 yards or something like that because of all the wind and how fast he swings, whatever.
No,
All right.
it just zipped back.
So Mike landed, and then it zipped back on him. So spin control is a work in progress sometimes, especially off these different lies, kind of figuring it out. He's just
Great
putting
putt,
really
10
well. His speed control and everything. really good. So Mike has that remaining for his par, and he made it. So good. 66 for Mike. Oh,
Really soft.
67 for Mike. He had a bogey somewhere that I missed. Oh, yeah, he had a bogey somewhere that I missed. I think he 3-putted that one par 4.
Go.
All right, so that is me remaining for my 4, and to tap in and shoot, yeah, 270. So I'm getting better. Everything's going pretty well. So I'm playing pretty well. Like, I'm not driving it long at all, but my misses are in a much tighter cone. All of our vlogs now are going to be sponsored by this company that some of my family works for that are really cool people called Whitley's Peanuts. So out in Virginia, they make the most amazing, tasty peanuts, an amazing snack for the golf course, and also a great gift, especially like once the holidays start coming up and whatever else. We'll talk about that. But for now, like all the different flavors and everything they have, and you get a great discount if you use the promo code in the description below. So I'm going to start, people have been asking for vlogs. People don't really watch vlogs. So the way that I'm going to be motivated to make more vlogs is I'm going to be doing them with the Whitley's Peanuts promo code. And they're just like amazing. I've never had anybody that has tried them that hasn't said that they're the best they ever had. So it's a great gift. Check it out in the description. Thanks for watching, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.